There are separate efforts in Congress to end normal trade relations between the United States and China. The two bills by Congressman Chris Smith and Senator Josh Hawley are slightly different, but if passed, they would significantly increase tariffs on goods imported into the United States from China.
As an exporting economy, their survivability economically is completely dependent on how much of their goods they can send to the United States.
Here's how much tariffs would increase on popular items the U.S. imports from China. Video game consoles like Xbox and PlayStation would go from being tariff-free to 35%. The $200 million of dog and cat food we import annually would increase from 0 to 10%. The $23 billion of furniture and bedding that's currently free in most cases would be 40% for items like wooden dining tables and cribs and 45% for a light fixture.
We don't want to get any more dependent on China than we already are. That's why this step is necessary right now. Rebuild our manufacturing base, strengthen our working class, take on China.
Here's where the proposals differ. Smith's bill links U.S.-China trade relations to human rights. So every year, the U.S. would have to examine China's human rights record and determine that the CCP is making improvements in its treatment of Uyghur Muslims and other ethnic minorities. If there's no improvement, the tariffs remain at the increased level. It used to be that way until President Bill Clinton delinked human rights from trade with China in 1994.
You know, we're talking about a country in China that has so excelled in human rights abuse, torture, forced abortion, religious persecution like almost nowhere else on earth.
Senator Hawley's bill is focused on American workers. It would automatically increase tariffs, as described earlier, and give the president the authority to make them even higher. Oftentimes when the United States puts on sanctions or tariffs on China, they reciprocate and come back on us. Does that impact us in any way, shape, or form?
I think that threat, and let them follow through on it. We should not be aiding and abetting an economy that props him up, and by him I mean Xi Jinping, and by extension, the entire Chinese Communist Party.
Hawley isn't worried about a tit-for-tat either.
We are already too dependent on China. We found that out in COVID. I mean, where are much of our critical supply chains located? China. Where are too many of our medical supply chains located? China. Again, our manufacturing, China.
If Hawley's bill is approved, it won't take effect for 2 years. Smith's legislation would take effect immediately. Straight from D.C., I'm Ray Bogan.
Listen, at Straight Arrow, we don't care if you're liberal, conservative, independent, or something else, because we're here for you, and you deserve not just the facts, but the unbiased truth.